Have you ever looked at someone successful and thought to yourself, maybe you've looked at your own dreams and wondered why they seem so far out of reach? We all have dreams, some big, some small, but they're all meaningful to us. You've probably convinced yourself that one day those dreams will become a reality. But if we're being honest with ourselves, how many of us can truly say we are actively pursuing those dreams? We often hear stories of people achieving greatness, and we imagine that their success was inevitable, that it came easily, or that they simply got lucky. The truth is, nobody follows their dreams without facing a hard, difficult reality. The pursuit of dreams is messy, uncomfortable, and often full of setbacks. In fact, the reason most people don't follow their dreams isn't because they're not capable of achieving them. It's because they've been unwilling to face the uncomfortable truths that come with the process. Today, I'm here to share with you 5 harsh truths about chasing your dreams. These truths will not sugarcoat your journey. They'll challenge you, but more importantly, they'll prepare you for what's ahead. After you hear these truths, you'll never look at your dreams the same way again. You'll understand why they feel so far away, and more importantly, you'll understand how to bring them closer. The first harsh truth, you're lying to yourself about your dreams. Let's start with a cold, hard truth. You're probably lying to yourself about your dreams. This isn't easy to hear, but bear with me. You might say that you want something, whether it's to build a business, write a book, or travel the world, but your actions don't align with your words. We all have dreams, but how many of us are really committed to them? We say we want to be successful, to make an impact, or to have the freedom to live life on our terms. But when it comes down to it, we get distracted, we procrastinate, we make excuses. We tell ourselves that the time isn't right, that we're not ready, or that we'll get to it tomorrow. But tomorrow never comes. That's the lie we tell ourselves. Every time you say, I'll start tomorrow, you're pushing your dream further away. Why do we lie to ourselves? Why do we allow these excuses to control us? Deep down, we're afraid. We're afraid of failure, of judgment, of not being good enough. And so, instead of taking action, we tell ourselves we'll do it later. We convince ourselves that we're waiting for the perfect moment, the perfect circumstances, the perfect everything. But there is no perfect moment. The first truth you must face if you want to follow your dreams is that you need to stop lying to yourself. You have to stop waiting for the right time, because it doesn't exist. You must commit to your dream today, not tomorrow. You must start where you are with what you have and take the first step. It's uncomfortable, but it's the only way forward. If you keep waiting for the perfect moment, you'll never move. The dream that's burning inside you will fade into a memory of what could have been. It's time to stop lying to yourself about when you'll start and why you haven't yet. The dream is yours to create, but only if you begin right now. The second harsh truth, you're limiting yourself with your own beliefs. Now let's talk about something even deeper. You're limiting yourself with your own beliefs. Do you ever find yourself thinking, I could never do that, or I'm not cut out for this? Maybe you look at someone who's successful and think they have something I don't have. The truth is, your beliefs about what you can or cannot achieve are the single biggest thing standing in the way of your success. When we're faced with a challenge, we often hear that voice inside our heads telling us we're not good enough. It tells us we're not capable. It tells us others are smarter, better, and more deserving of success. And the more we listen to that voice, the more we start to believe it. This is the enemy of your dream, self-doubt. But here's the thing, every person you admire has dealt with the same doubts. Every successful person has faced that voice in their head telling them to quit. The difference between those who achieve their dreams and those who don't is simple. The ones who succeed chose to ignore that voice. They refused to believe their self-doubt. And they chose to act anyway. But why do we limit ourselves? Why do we choose to believe that we can't achieve our dreams? The answer lies in our fear of failure. We fear the unknown. We fear that if we try and fail, it will be a reflection of who we are. But that's not the truth. Failure is not a reflection of who you are. It's a reflection of what you tried. And when you fail, you get back up and try again, but you do it smarter, better, and stronger than before. The only limit to your success is the one you place on yourself. You are more capable than you think. The moment you start believing that you are worthy of your dreams is the moment that everything will start to change. You don't need to be perfect to start, you just need to start. And once you do, you'll find that your belief in yourself will grow with every step you take. The third harsh truth, failure is inevitable, but it's not the end. Now, I know many of you are probably thinking, but what about failure? Failure is something we all fear. It's uncomfortable, it's painful, and it's something we try to avoid at all costs. But let me tell you something that might shock you. Failure is inevitable. You can try all you want to avoid it, but failure is a part of the process, and the sooner you embrace it, the sooner you'll start to see progress. Because failure isn't the end, it's the beginning. We live in a world that tells us failure is something to be ashamed of, but in reality, failure is what separates those who succeed from those who never try. Every person you admire has failed, and they failed many times. The difference is they kept going. They didn't let failure stop them. They let it fuel them. Failure is the greatest teacher. It's the lessons you learn from failure that will eventually lead you to success. Think about it. How many successful people do you know who haven't faced failure? How many entrepreneurs, artists, athletes, or creatives have reached their dreams without stumbling along the way? The answer is none. Every successful person has faced adversity. Every person who has achieved something great has had to learn from their mistakes. Failure is not something to fear, it's something to embrace. It's the key to success. So the third truth you must understand is that failure is not the end of the road, it's just a detour. Every time you fail, you're getting one step closer to your dream. Every time you stumble, you're learning something that will make you stronger. Failure isn't something to avoid, it's something to seek, because without it, you can't grow. Ending the journey, taking action. As we come to the end of this journey together, I want you to understand something deeply. Your dreams are not just fantasies, they are possible, and they are within your reach. But only if you are willing to face the harsh truths, take action despite the fear, and refuse to let setbacks stop you. We've discussed how many of us lie to ourselves about our dreams, how we limit ourselves with beliefs that are not true, and how failure is a natural part of the process. These are not easy truths to hear, but they are the very things that will set you free once you embrace them. You don't need to wait for motivation, and you don't need to be perfect. You just need to take that first step and keep going, no matter how hard it gets. The difference between those who achieve their dreams and those who don't is simple. Those who succeed are but keep going despite the struggle, the failures, and the doubt. They understand that the path to greatness is not easy. It's filled with challenges, but it's also filled with growth, discovery, and triumph. And if they can do it, so can you. I want you to walk away from this moment with a renewed commitment to your dream. Don't wait, don't hesitate. Start right now with whatever you have, wherever you are. The time for action is today. If you found this message valuable and you're ready to take your dreams seriously, make sure to subscribe to the channel. There's so much more content coming your way to help you stay on track, break through your limits, and create the life you truly want. Subscribe because your dream deserves to be nurtured, and I'm here to help you every step of the way. Thank you for listening. Now go out there and make it happen. Your dream is waiting.